So we've used our yard more in the last month than we have in the 6 years we've lived here.
I'm Jesse and this is my wife Aisha and we're the McGills.
And the space, the way it was set up, just wasn't usable at all. From the existing pergola that was out here to even the grade of the yard, which was uneven, and it just wasn't an adequate play space. We knew we had a good size space and we wanted to make it a livable outdoor space for the kids as they were growing older, to be able to go outside and play. We knew we wanted to do something, and we both always wanted a pool, so the logical solution was to put a pool in and build our dream backyard around it. We'd heard nightmare stories about folks that had a never-ending pool project in their yard, and we've had a few contractors come and do work in our house on other things, so we know firsthand that this was a very big project and we didn't want to trust just anyone to do it. So we interviewed a few companies, and a few of the things that we were looking for was somebody who was going to take ownership of the project, and all of the contractors that would be involved and all of the workers that would be doing the various parts of the labor, someone to own the whole thing and make sure it was done right. And then another thing we were looking for was somebody who was familiar with doing work in this particular area with the type of ground we have, with the type of permits they'd be pulling, and then also somebody that would come highly recommended from people that we know. And River Pools met all of those. We're always out here, even if the kids aren't in the pool, they're around the pool. The patio space around it is enough for them to play on and for us to all sit around with the fire pit. So it's just definitely made it something where we're not all sitting around inside the house doing the same thing, staring at a TV. They can be active, they can play, there's things to do out here. It absolutely has changed the way we interact.
I mean, we've made it into like a Saturday morning tradition where like Aisha and I will just bring a coffee pot out here and just like sit at the table and have coffee while the kids immediately come out and jump in the pool first thing, which is awesome because it starts their day off being outside, as opposed to like rolling down the steps and playing video games or watching cartoons. They're out of the house like immediately, and it's like a good way to start off the day, start off the weekend.
Yep, get some sunshine, and my daughter's favorite thing to do, like what she wakes up in the morning excited to do, is come out here and check the skimmer. So it's a morning tradition. Every morning we get a cup of coffee, come out and check the skimmer for whatever frogs and critters we're gonna release back into the wild.
It meant a lot more to me knowing people in our neighborhood who have used river pools already. So there's actually another family who's part of our Scouts group that they used river pools and they were very happy. So we had done a lot of research, but when we got a recommendation from someone that we know and trust, that went a long way. So then that's pretty much what kind of locked us in on a path. Since then, I've had people in our neighborhood reach out multiple times, twice, about, hey, we're thinking about installing a pool. Does anyone have any recommendations? What are your thoughts? And my response to them was check into river pools. They were really great for us. They were a turnkey operation, so we didn't have to try to find out who would be the best like rock guy and who would have to be the best concrete guy or who would be good for landscaping and all that other stuff. Literally, we just went to them and then they said, we'll handle everything. So that was awesome. So basically, I think from the time of, hey, we'll show up with the pool to the time it was in the ground was actually only a couple weeks, and then the pool was already in the ground. So it was a really kind of painless process.